You're in here.
I know I'm coming.
Mm-hmm,
They know I'm coming.
Come on in.
I know they gonna be there, and they know I'm gonna do the best job I can possibly do.
My DNA's activated. There we go. Yeah, I wanted to get all that off real quick. How y'all doing? This is The Block, and today's topic is, do you still have the love? And I want to appreciate all the artists. I want to appreciate all the new people that just came on to the scene. You know what I'm saying? New subscribers. I'm gonna do a whole shout out show. I'm getting everything together. Most importantly, I want to get my sound right. I want to get my graphics right, so you can have a wonderful experience. Sit down for an hour, chop it up. I may put the link in the comments if you're on YouTube and and Facebook and stuff like that. So here we go. All right. Do you still have the love? Now I want you to take emceeing and rapping and put it to the side. In some respects, I want you to take production, put it to the side. Well, at least the DJing part. You know, spinning the latest hits and stuff like that, doing your EDMs and your drop-ins and your drop-outs. There's some magnificent people out here working. I'm going to mention a few names. I'm going to get into a few looks. But I just want you to ask yourself, and when it comes to this hip hop thing of ours, this culture, this genre, this art form, this soundtrack for life, this life itself, the soul of music, do you still have the love? On The Block. Come on in. Hey. That's what it's about, the love. We still have the love.
Hey.
Move to the beat while you get your popcorn, the water's up. You know what I mean? Oh, man. Come on. This is the time to tell your people that we on right now. You know what I'm saying? This is True Omega Sun on the block. Kicks. With artists, communicate. Shouts out to Nova.
Yeah. What? I need some in the headphone. What? Yeah. I was there.
Right, we in the building. Check this out. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna start with this picture right here that speaks 1,000 volumes. I just love it because it encapsulates what the origin of this thing was. You know, what qualified it. You know, the excitement of running home from school or shoot, even being in the school, and you know, somebody broke out the cardboard, somebody broke out the tile, the linoleum. Linoleum. You know what I'm saying? You threw some jeans on, maybe had a windbreaker. Look at the scene that was being set. You know, maybe when we was playing Skelly, after we played Skelly, you know, play some flies up against the wall, boom, 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 throwing the ball. You know, some kill a man with the ball. Oh, excuse me, tackle the man with the ball. Okay, tackle the man with the ball. I get it. You know what I mean? Maybe played for the girls. They did the hopscotch. They did double dutch. They getting busy in the double dutch. Salute to them. You know what I'm saying? And we just put all this together. Then somebody brought out that box. Somebody brought out that box, and the sound started playing. It could have been anything, but as long as it had that hip hop feel, it could have been Herbie Hancock. You know, it could have been Planet Rock. It could have been Furious 5, Grandmaster Flash, whatever it was. You know what I'm saying? And you got the energy came up inside of your soul, and it's like, you know what? I gotta express this. Do you still have those moments? You still love that feeling? Now, you know, a lot of us are a little older, and we don't have the, I would say, the we don't have the leverage to go out there and, you know, spin on your head. But there's people that's doing it, and you know, one time or another, you might want to try it. You know, you might used to be good with the sweeps, with the spider kicks, you know, with the windmill, no hands. You might have been good with that. Do you still love it that much? You want to investigate, see if you still got it in you. You may have been a great writer, wild style, bubble letters, diamond letters. Oh, we're going to get into all that right now, but I want you to take a picture. I'm going to take a look at this picture right here. They had a determined idea to create the cipher, to get things moving. Look at you got the ponies there, you know what I'm saying? Got the Adidas, shell toe joints, usually no laces. You know what I mean? Salute to that. Salute to that. Little homie in the back with the hat to the side. It's a charismatic thing that we were going through to express ourselves and develop our personalities throughout the society, doing a lot with very little. Doing a lot with very little. Let's see who we got over here. Who's in the bit? My man Brooklyn One is in the building. Salute. You know what I'm saying? Always with the great information. One, always with the great information. Tough brother, solid from the gate, you know, from the bricks. And, you know, salute to you, man. Everything, and you and yours. Salute to you and yours. What? Hey, have you still got the love? Like you go see a performance and then something just jumps up in your body. You just want to do the, you know, the electric boogie. You know what I'm saying? To do the wave, connection wave. Do we still have that childlike feel? And like I said, we're going to put away the rapping for a section because, and the DJing production for a minute, because those are like immediate ways for you to get funds. And that's what this thing has turned into, where they start to morph it and it's outside of our control for a sense. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of dilutes the presence of the creativity. It dilutes the original feel. But the other elements are still in play. You know, are you still that writer? Like we've seen Fat Joe still writing. You know, KRS still writes. Rakim, he said that he, you know, writers rhyme in graffiti, and every show you see me in deep concentration because I'm no comedian. So these elements are still in effect. The style, how people put their colors together and hook things up. And, you know, as we start to venture off into this new world of AI, you know, robotics and, you know, advanced technology, they'll be able to do the same things per se, you know, in their own right, but it still won't have that touch. It still won't have that soul touch, that love, you know, that what cultivates the whole full expression of a people. You know, it won't be able to do like that kid in the back with the hat to the side. It won't know to windmill and then tuck your arms in and then come up in a freeze pose. You know what I'm saying? But not as a disrespect to your opponent, but also, you know, not faking the funk either. That smooth line right across. Let's go into the next slide real quick. Because this is what we call hip hop. And for this picture here, when they had this, I could appreciate it. But at the same time, I'm like, no. Because you don't see graffiti artists. You don't see a lot of DJs there. Like real DJs. I mean, you know, not to take anything from anybody, but, you know, people that are dedicated to rocking the party, people are dedicated to finding those eclectic and hard to discover breaks and samples. You know, people that would take the 45 and 78 out of somebody's garage and just blend it into something totally different. The Diamond D's of the world. You know, rest in peace, Jay Diller's of the world, Lord Finesse. You know, what's the dude? House Shoes. People like that. The Spinner, definitely salute to DJ Spinner, man. Nasty with it. And I'm not being biased. Being very objective. You know, Danger Mouse. There's so many Alchemists. So many great talents that was able to, you know, find the most obscure Havoc of Mobb Deep. Man, I've been studying now a little bit. These guys, that guy right there, the work that he's done for production and, you know, taking from the most obscure places is like pieces of a puzzle and putting it together to, make this solid tune, and then all you need is it's like a gumbo, it's like a nice chicken noodle soup or something. Put it all together and it just becomes this thing. And the love is there. You can tell the love is there. That glow when you find that sample that nobody was told. Like, ooh, I got this joint. I know how to flip it. You start doing your slow pitches. You start breaking the keys down on the MPC. Man, listen. Do you still have that love? So, like I said, put those to the side because those are immediate factors. Relatively speaking, that you can get some money off of. But there's a different type of love for people that bomb and tag and spray paint. And this is where, the rubber really meets the road for the culture. Because there's political expressions, there's social engagement, downright decoration, and just the fact that you want your name to live forever. Just the fact that you want your name to live forever. It's a beautiful thing.
Today I got time, cuz.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You roll with that. So wherever you go, you already see your name is there. Like you vision it. You're walking, and that's all you see is like I could paint right here. I'm gonna throw something up right now. Boom, boom, boom. I had a brother, and shout to all the brothers I know that was really bombing and tagging. Tagging is something different. It's like a quick, 1, 2, 3. You probably got a few letters that you throw up. It's something real quick. But those that know you, they like, okay, I see what you do. Boom. And then, you have the over taggers and stuff like that. If you ever seen the movie Beat Street, Rainbow was doing a lot of the creative stuff. And then he did his own regular tag too. But then you had the dude Spit. It was basically a hater, right? Because he didn't have the same dedication to the art or whatever. Or that was his art, just to be a straight up vandal. And it didn't have the same skill set. And anytime the Rainbow put something up or anybody else would put something, fabulous up, great, magnificent work, Spit would just right over it, right? So you got those type of people that these battles go on without us even knowing in the city. Now across the world, because it's international art. And the way they do it is totally different. But to get back to what I'm saying, it was for immortality. You're not just another writer, but if you can bomb as many times in a certain area, you become that legend. If you can bomb something totally like illustrious and insane, like, where it, basically breaks the bounds of art. You know what I'm saying? And colors outside the boxes, you become immortal in a way. You become a person of legend. So let me shout out a couple of names. L, Boom, J-Lo YNN. Salute to him. He still, man, gets busy. And the YNN crew. Scam. My man Gerald. My man was dope. Deco, DECO. He's the first person I seen take the deodorant out the deodorant thing. There was a secret thing at one point, in some other joint. Real cheap. Take the deodorant joint out, put a sponge in it, put the ink in it, bam, plaster his name up. And I was like, yo, this is incredible. And if you ever go into the wild side, the adventurous side of going into like a train yard or an old warehouse and stuff like that, that's another level of dedication, another level of legendary work. I seen a guy tag while the bus was moving, just tagging on the back of the bus while the bus is moving, on the back, throwing it up. This is the insane genius because there's a lot of mishaps as well. People get struck by trains, and the school I was going to was in Manhattan for high school. It was called Graphic Arts. Salute to everybody that's an alumni there. Great people all the way through, all different boroughs. And at one time, I think there was in the freshman and sophomore year, they sat a group of us down and showed what was happening in the train system. That, people that touched the third rail, people that got hit by trains, scraped by trains, and lost limbs and stuff like that. And a lot of it was because of that underground scene. It just throwing stuff in areas that not the average eye would catch, except if they were in the lifestyle. Like, oh snap, he threw that up there. You're thinking nobody gonna know, but everybody that's a graffiti artist or everybody that's in that underground scene knows. Like, oh, he did that. Oh, she did that. Because there's girl bombers too. So I was like, oh, Black Spot, dope. Salute to Black Spot. Yeah, I remember you, dog. Of course, you know what I'm saying? What's the Crown Street Crew and everybody like that, Utica Avenue, all that. You know what I'm saying? Crown Heights. So that level of dedication, even just the rack up on the spray paint, there was a big thing. It's a lifestyle. You're going in, just grabbing cans of paint, changing the tops up. It got to the point where, places like what's that, Krylon, and products like Krylon had to change the game, and certain places like Pearl Paint started to change their game, and try to do more secure efforts. But you can get, like I said, the deodorant thing. People can go to a hardware store and do that. So then also now, as we go further into this realm of new material on the market, you can have a carbon fiber tag. It's like insane. Use the flex paint and all that stuff. So it's only as big as your imagination. It's only as big as your imagination. It's only as small as your imagination as well. I am not a tagger. I threw up toys. That's what they call them, toys. Oh God. Trying to do Omega. then I had Pice, Pice, and somebody else was doing that already. That could start wars. Because there's people, like I said, there's people that really are down for the crown, and you throw up their a tag with them as well, and you got too many things involved, all for a position of immortality through tagging. Let me see one more thing, and we can move on. But so that This Is Hip Hop thing, great, but not complete, because we're also talking about break dances as well. Salute all the break dancers. That's what I get into after I do the graffiti stuff. So here's one of the great MCs that are known for tagging and bombing, KRS-One. Knowledge reigns supreme over nearly everyone. And not just a visionary, but, somebody that's totally immersed in all of the elements of the culture and speaks freely about the culture because of his immersion in it. And these are the people that need to be celebrated. This is the elder that can qualify certain statements, certain stances. You got to give him that. And I mentioned Fat Joe earlier, Joey Crack, still writing, still, bombing out there. Oh, shoot, we got a call there. Yo, holler back at me if you're listening, okay? So definitely want to put that into effect. Let's move on to bam. You know what I'm saying? This, the scene where we usually, build that right here. I want to go into a little of the Black Books situation if I can. So give me a second. Share the screen, share the media. All right. You look right here, you get to see, salute the Instagram still showing the love, you know what I'm saying? There's a bunch more pages I rock with. But let's get into the visions of what's here. Check it out. Wild style. The lettering, the coloring. And, these things right here, I am not going to hold you. They'll mesmerize me. But I'm like, what the hell are they trying to say? Right? So we're looking for the letters. There's an S right here. The E right there. The M is incorporated with a couple of weird lines. Another E is hidden right in there. All right, and the T is right here. Wait, yo, man, this is super wavy. Super wavy, man. Super wavy. This is fly right there. That's Cement. Cement won Ozark. So what do we see here? This is the first time for me seeing this, so to pay attention to it is like, yo, what is this right here? Look like a G right here. Oh, that's all I got. Oh, Uzi. Okay, because that's another thing. You got to look at what's going around. This is Cement one. All right, boom. I didn't even pay attention to that. This is Uzi, UZI, right? So you got the U right there. Boom. What is that Z? I want to say the Z is right here. This right here. Then it goes up into a weird I. This is fire. I ain't gonna front. But that's the wild style technique. Then you got basic technique, not basic, but you got techniques like this. The dream. A 3-color scheme. Now imagine this is on a wall, of course, nice selected area. And you got these different dimensions of colors. Then you got the depth colors. So you work in your blacks, right? So start doing your outline first. Then you start, blending the outline in. No shadowing yet. You just want the outline right so you can get the color levels right. And all this is in your head. These are people that are, just extremely on this next level. Here go page out of a black book. Well, just a page out of a book. Oh, and shout to Daz, my man Benny. He does the joint with the train map. Dope stuff. I'm gonna see if I can show you the J-Lo stuff too, but he's destroying it. And he uses the characters. Popular and some lesser known characters of our childhood. And he flips them in a way. You know what I'm saying? So you probably do the Barney Rubble joint, probably do, a Voltron joint, and tell a story through that. This right here is dope. Deucer. The D-U-S-E. Just little deuce, but it's Deucer. So don't use sense and rules. That's what it's about. Then you got the next joint right there. Shout out to Deucer. Let's do 2 more. Oh, I like this right here for some reason. I like this. All right, and this is a spin off this, the latest art piece, with the banana duct tape to the wall. Somebody paid $14 million for that. $14 million for that. You wildin'. You super wild. What's going on there? $14 million. But he flipped it. He flipped it with the this looks like it was real, but it's not. It's actually the part of the drawing, part of the graph, and then The graph starts from here down. This is slick. This is really slick. Now, if you can do stuff like that, oh, what's the other brother name? Oh my God, just came, it went to my head. Pause. All right, let me stop sharing real quick, just to give you a glimpse of some of the things that's happening. What's my man? All right, boom. What should I do? Yeah. Hold on. Okay, we do that. I don't want to show his. Okay, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to show his whole gram. I just want to show you a couple of pieces that the brother did. Just like crazy. I got one canvas. I'm gonna get some more, Jay. Don't trip. I just been, on my grizzly. Let's see. All right, we'll start there. All right. Share again. Is it the media? No, not the media. Not the media. We're gonna do that next because I do want you to see a couple more. Bam. All right. He sells his canvases and stuff like that. Like I said, he'll very imaginative, and also the precision. When you see him airbrush and paint and draw, every line is just like refined, right? Now look at this right here. Look at that. With the brown hornet joint. Sick. And very accurate. Let's go with this one right here. Sick at the art shows. King J Lo, Wine and Productions. Go check out some of his work. Definitely hitting the exhibit scenes. 718 Collective, I remember. Dope stuff. Let's get to one more. He drew his soul. Like I said, what my man said in there go Dad right there. What's the my man said in Coming to America? And he got his own money. The man got his own money. But this is the stuff that, this is love. The love of the art, the love of the game. You just do it because it's part of your soul, it's part of your spirit, your essence. And, you put it on the line, you just lay it. And if they like it, they like it. But you're mostly doing it for yourself. You're mostly doing it for yourself to see how far you can go, with your imagination and breaking the rules and, changing things up. Let's go into Zephyr, which is, I would say one of the OGs that you could go to now. Vito, Vec. What's a couple of more names? Vito, Vec. It's gonna come. Some of these names are gonna come to me. Just bear with me, please. So it goes Zephyr on the side. Where am I sharing? No. So that's just to show you some of the visuals and what people are capable of doing, from black books to canvas to the big screen, to the big walls. I'm sure you can walk down a street around your area and see something like, yo, what did they get up there? How do they do that? And that's the whole point. To do something that's just so outrageous, it defies, your sense of belief. Like, why would a person go, that high to, drop down paint and spend an hour or 2, 3 hours, 5 hours doing this piece for immortality? And this is the whole essence of hip hop. This is why we do what we do. And one of the questions I also asked in the description is, have podcasting and live streaming become a genuine vehicle of the hip hop expression? I would say yes and no. You know, yes, because it illuminates these stories. It brings awareness to, the power behind the scenes and, what can develop. Also asks new questions for the new guard coming in, because there's going to be a new guard coming in. All right. That's how you make 100 years over 50. There's going to be new people coming in. So you need fresh energy, fresh creative vibes. All right. But it's also a detriment because people have been gossiping and have false intentions and just do things for money that doesn't necessarily have to be done. Kind of dirties and muddies up, what really needs to go on. But, this is why you're supposed to have a council. I'm not the authoritative voice or the definitive voice. I'm not a conclusion. I'm just a brother a brother who will make you change opinions. Dominion and ascension when it's time to kick from the heart. That's the great guru, Gangstar from Blick. So let me share this again. Share it again. Then we're gonna go into one of the pieces that I like from overseas. All right, this is a nice piece right here. Graffiti 1979. And this is basically, this is Zephyr, like I said, the OG doing it. You can read you can read the lines, you can read the letters. Got the explosive background, and the little robot, the little silver man on the bottom. That's a spray can, my bad. Like the Silver Surfer. Oh, I got it. It's like the Silver Surfer. Yeah. So, this is what, people have done and they continue to thrive. And I want to just make sure that you get to see it as well. Let's go into some more shots in media. This one is from overseas. And this is what I'm talking about when it comes to defying the odds, being adventurous. Okay? It's work. Fair use. Or matter of fact, let me get that one off. No, we're not going to do that. I'm not going to do that one. We're not going to do that one. No. I got one for you. All right. Only because that copyright thing, they don't play games, son. Oh, snap. I actually do have to play that. But can I take the volume out? Yeah, I take the volume out. Bong. And I want you to see what's going on here. Look at this. Hold on. Go back. The train, right? And this is how the train runs over the whole scenery, like over the whatever is the forest or what have you. Just open land, and you have these columns, pillars, for the train support, and the train is going over it. The train is tagged, but they're going to take it to the next level. Say, no, that's too easy. They go to the middle pillar, get harnesses and ropes, and scale down. Now, hold up. You don't get it. You don't get it yet. These guys are scaling down a pillar that's in the middle of this long train thing. So any moment the train comes, you got to jump off to the side and all that, hold on and, wait for the train to pass or what have you like that. So you're going to the middle pillar, then set up shop, on whatever little space is there and then repel down. And now you got to scale your work because you probably wrote it on a piece of paper. You probably wrote it on a napkin. Say, I'm going to do this. Then you got to get your, whatever paint you're going to use, know that it's going to stick and, be pronounced off the material, you know what I'm saying, off the wall. Repel down, rescale it so it's large enough so people across the whatever can see. And this is the mindset of some genius level work and daring, definitely daring. So let's go back into it. I want you to peep game, rollers. It's the war, WAR 25. Do say me. So this is I want to say French maybe. I might be wrong. Yeah, but imagine this is like all you can say is, yo, look over there. That's me. Look over there while the train is going. Magnificent, man. Magnificent. Well, maybe you don't got the love like that. Maybe you don't have the love like that. You don't get paid to do that. In actuality, you can't get fined and even sent to jail for that. You know what I'm saying? You don't get paid. The only reward is awe and legend status, immortality. Forever be known for the person that did that. Let's go to the next one. Now, this clip, fair use. I want to say that first and foremost. You're gonna in this clip, it was done by another organization in the 90s. Basically, having an interview with these cats about, the essence of graffiti and what it does, for their energy and for their spirit, what have you. Like, let's peruse through this, fair use. We're going to talk about it, go through it. I also have the link in the comments. So if I see you pop up and you're a familiar face, I put you on board. We're only going to go for, let's say 20, 30, another half an hour. Let's see if we can boogie. Let's go. Get my sound
I'm just
right.
insane. You put your tag up as much as you can continuously.
This is a fizz tag, and it says Night Dwellers, TAT crew. That's me.
TAT crew.
This is a legend right here, you're about.
I'm not crazy, I'm just insane.
There you go. Look, the back of the van, like he about to give him the business. Clap it up. You're about to dirty right there.
You put your tag up as much as you can continuously.
This is a fizz tag, and it says Night Dwellers, TAT crew. That's me.
This is called bombing.
This is a legend right here you're about to meet. His name is Ezo. He controls the Hall of Fame uptown. Tell him what you do, Ezo.
Well, the Hall of Fame is a place that's on 106 and Park Avenue. And it was
All right, that spot right there. You ever looked at 106 in Park? The video show, they probably did a little, a little glimpse of what was going on. But at the same time, you go to the area. There's another part in Bronx and one in Queens. This is all tagged up, throw ups, bombs, murals, the whole thing. And this is the mural object. This is the energy and spirit of, if you want to say, from the pyramid builders and mound builders of ancient Egypt and Sudan, and also in the Central and South American territories, and also Northern American territories as well. Anytime you just have a mark or a glyph that's positioned where everybody can see it, that expressive idea was meant to be something not just for the person that brought it out, but for everybody to see and understand, and this is the essence of the graffitiism. So you speak about hieroglyphics, you speak about the Mayan um, civilization or the Olmec civilization with their carvings. This is that latent energy being awarded to the next stewards of the craft. This is the importance of hip hop as a culture. Let's go.
It was in disrepair for many years, so I just wanted to make it safe, a safe haven, so everybody could get down and burn up the spot.
Let's go.
Oh, check this out.
This is the Graffiti Hall of Fame. Futurists painted here, all the great kings have painted here. I've battled here on occasion. This is real life, baby. This is where it all started.
Look at the energy, yo. Look at the energy. You're excited, like, yo, woo, feel like a kid again. You know what I'm saying? So that's the love right there. The love helps you do that. You don't even think about, you know what I'm saying? Like your youth is still there. Oh man, I wish I could have showed you the Zephyr.
This is not the only Hall of Fame in the city. There are two others. One's in Queens and one's in the Bronx. All right, let's see who we got on here. This is West. Legend, TC5. This looks like Sam's, KD, SER, Serve. We paint the walls, we don't paint the school. Everybody's happy. This is the S. The T, the Y. This is the back of the Y, small Y. The L, what's the L? Let's find the E, let me stand back. Boom, 3 levels of an E. Then the Wars, Star Wars. All right, we're out, let's go. 117th Street, here we go. This is some quick stuff. This is Camp 1. This is part 2. This is Ezo, one more time, baby. All these are...
Can't forget brothers like Phase 2. Phase 2. On the check-in, yeah. My man Zorro in Brooklyn. Shout to you, Zorro. Zorro and Pain, man. They was nice with the skills too, man. Rest in peace, Sacolito. Yeah, man. East New York. But that's what that's about. Okay, yeah, we're not gonna do that right there. Get that out of here. I like that though. I like what you're doing there over there in the Sunspot joint, dog. That's what's up. Salute to that. Yeah.
Come on now.
I do a lot of clapping. I'm a clapper. I'm gonna give myself flowers if nobody else gives it to me. At the end of the day, but at the same time, I'm giving you flowers as well. I want you to understand that. All right. So we seen the admiration, the energy spurt, the vigor of him saying, look, this piece right here, and knowing what he's talking about. This piece right here is dope. Boom, boom, boom. And that's something people can still do, but also, like I said, at the end of the day, it comes with a lot of headaches. It's not an upside like you get with MCing and DJing, with this basically instant gratification for attaining some money in a lifestyle. Instantly. You may get nice enough where you can get those contracts and, some art deals, but it's going to take years of grinding, years of networking, and people to really scheme. That's another one. Salute. It's coming to me now. SKEME. Oh man, I'm still bugging off the name I'm trying to get right now, and he's dope. The one I'm thinking about right now is dope. YNN crew as well. He never want to show his face. He's super dope. So it's when you start to see other people's talents, and you still have a love for it. You may not be able to do that talent, but you're like, I can appreciate this artwork. I can appreciate this expression because I know kind of where you're coming from. I feel that. I relate to it. And these things can also be an extension of a message that you're trying to see. People ask for a sign. You can see it if you look clearly enough, if you look close enough. That was one of the things that sparked the love for the movie Beat Street. Wild Style is a little more bent to the artistic work of graffiti, but Beat Street put it all together, so you can see the whole package. I mean, and You gotta love what Ramon was throwing up. You know what I'm saying? I want to make the world beautiful. That was the, oh man, that was a hard line, man. It's a hard line. So let's get into the hip hop stage of the game. I mean, like, you know, hip hop stage, the dancing stage of the game. And as you see when I start the show, and shouts out to my man Ray Love, he put these clips together, and it just inspired me to say, yo, I'm gonna go with that, but this also is gonna be in effect too. Throw some break dancing and throw some basketball in there. Why? Because basketball is like a form of dance. You're just using the basketball. That's why the rhythm. It's rhythm. It's poetry in motion. It's expression. And this is why they, you know, people put so many barriers around it. Because once it gets let loose, it turns into latent energy and power that can't be contained. And then you have a movement going on. And it's a problem. That's why they do what they do. So, you know, I threw that in the beginning of the intro, and that's the package. I'll give you like 5 minutes, four to 5 minutes for you to come in with your popcorn and, you know, set up your drinking and stuff like that. You know, water, hopefully, you know, definitely need some more water in your life. All of us do. You know what I'm saying? And get to the game. But it starts with that breakdancing. Just like I showed with the kids with the cardboard, with the kids with the linoleum. That was us. That was us. We were going out in the middle of the field, middle of the courtyard. Somebody threw the blocks on, threw the right beat on, and got nasty. Throwing some James Brown, get busy, spinning. That's dynamic effect. That's centrifugal force. You know what I'm saying? That's 360 degrees, 720 degrees. This is going in, and then your poses and your freezes shows like, yo, I am that one right now. So I want to show a good one right now. Where you at? Let's show my mans in them. There we go. Oh, snap. Okay. Where is it? Bear with me. Got a lot of clips. There we go. Boom. Now, this is from Doc Ice and Kango Kid rocking out.
In the place to be.
I'll take the head. Keystone. Kango Kid, rest his soul. Still remember it, baby. Now peep the dance routines. The backward blown from Doc Ice. Salute to Doc Ice. The white gloves. Because you see the hands, you know, right? This is where Doc Ice and Kango Kid shine the CPR thing. To awaken the body. With the white windbreakers, matching caps. You gotta look. Puppeteer style.
Is there any other identity by which you're known, or is it just Dr. Ice?
Dr. Ice from around the way.
From around the way, huh? And the Kango Kid, what does that, where's that come from, Kango Kid?
Because I'm always wearing his hat for one.
Oh, that's a Kango hat, right?
Right.
Now, this is street dancing, and like I live over on the other side of the park, and every once in a while you'll see somebody in the park doing it, and a large group of people gather around watching them. You're going to demonstrate something else. What has this evolved from?
Well, evolved from miming.
Miming, right?
And also freestyling and things like that. Because I started by watching Shields and Yarnell, you know. So it's really that's really where it started from.
And you two recently won first place in the competition at Radio City Music Hall, right?
Yeah.
WBLS sponsored it. Where do you go to school?
Automotive High.
And you?
Wingate High School.
And where did you meet? And why are you two such a good team?
I used to see him in the street, right? He used to show me stuff at the top, how you do things with the top part of his body. He showed me that, and I showed him how to do things.
The bottom stuff.
Yeah, right. Like moonwalking and things like that.
That's the perfect setting for a team. One does the top, the other does the bottom. What do you want to demonstrate now?
Well, we have a little script choreography thing we do. And, together and...
All right. This is all your own choreography, correct, guys?
Right.
Okay, let's watch. Pretend you're standing on a nice, warm street corner. And here's Dr. Ice and the Can Go Kid.
Locking it up. Oh, knock it down. Backward turn. Like the wave. Pass it on. Then we did the Stevie Yard Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Clap it up, man. Clap it up. Can't go. Come on, man. You gotta love that. I don't know if you don't love stuff like this. Is what I'm saying, man. This is the soul and the spirit of the people when they're vibing, connecting. They get so creative, man. That's us, man. That's us. And when we connect with that energy, that force, that magnetic, we could do some amazing things. And they formulated those shows, that talent, the love and the spirit of them dancing and connecting with each other all the way up into these multi-million-dollar personalities and careers. That's the blessing. But the love never leaves. Hopefully. Some people, the love is lost. You know what I'm saying? Some people, they just moved on to the next thing. And sometimes we can admire from afar. Your knees may not work the same. You know what I'm saying? You may not be able to bend all the way backwards like that. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to see if you can, here go a clip right here of an OG getting busy. Do I have it? Better be there. It's like, where you at? Where's the one with the OG getting busy? Now we're gonna do with the young cat. Gotta do with the young cat first. Hold up. Nasty. Nasty with it. Clap it up. Clap it up. Clap it up. That's what I'm saying, man. From the youth all the way up. Let's get this money real quick. Hold on. I want to give you another one. I actually gotta change the format because I'm doing this on the fly. And I want you to express, what's your love? Do you still no, not that. Do you still have the love for whatever you was getting involved in? Here we go. There it is. Bong. Okay. Throw up this real quick. Energized by the love, my peoples. Energized by the love. Let me get that going. Hold on. What are you doing? What the? All right, let me throw a little music for you real quick. First, we're going to get into what my man
Well, from the music,
culture.
I think we can tell the old feel because it doesn't seem to be so much about any fun.
That's a fact.
You know, it seems like it's like I'm trying to enjoy Cats, but Cats is talking about pulling out the stick and shooting me and blasting me, and you know, and it's like they're presenting the rhyme to you.
Right.
So I'm trying to like kind of rock to the beat, even though I'm thinking like, dog, I'm not really. It's like I don't want to watch just one movie, man. Like I like Scarface and I like Fences.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't want to watch Scarface every day, every hour.
Every
That's how I
episode.
think the music is now, where I'm like,
Exactly.
that gets so aggressive. But I mean, I actually, you know, my favorite Cats is probably the most violent Cats, which is the Griselda Cats. So I like, I like listening to them. But
Nah, they definitely bring that feel.
yeah, they bringing the skills too. You know what I mean? Like they got the pen.
Shouts out to Daniel Fever.
When boy meets world, it's a small wonder, but my real wonder years was meeting girls in the summer. Too close for comfort, for letting me shack. I wasn't ahead of the class, they tried to welcome me back. Thinking, flipping crack if the price is right. Now I'm in this old house with the mat tonight. Ain't no product on me, that's what got my people's court. And the money's never Webster, that's coming up short. Talk slicker than Kit, watch Bay like Michael Knight. We say cheers to happy days when this is your life. Just coming of age, dealing with these growing pains. Cops roll up line of brothers like this was so trained. Put our life in jeopardy. Searching for cocaine, give me a break. I wanna live forever. Fame.
Shouts to Dane Fever. Shouts to Simone Arabia. Spotless Mind. Check them out. Yeah, I just wanted to throw that joint up on there. You know what I'm saying? Shouts to that. Salute. Oh, next episode, I'm going to go ham on people, the new artists. My man Mickey Bundles got the joint coming out. You know what I'm saying? Food Stamp Era. You know what I'm saying? Got Beef Hustle with War 2. You know what I'm saying? I know you heard that Smith and Wesson joint. Infinity. Medina. Yeah. Out here. They out here. You know what I'm saying? Rock Nest Monster. Shouts to them with the no gun bars, the non-violent rock is amazing right there. Non-violent rock project off the chain, right? There's some thoughts right there. It's good to this brother right here. Just to show you where it's coming from, you know. All right, let me. I had to rid you of the music. This is the brother. Hold on. 80-year-old. They call him the grandpa. Breakdancing. Now it's a level of mentality, vitality, your breathing. You got to make sure your bones are still strong. Your diet is right. You know, all these things got to be in effect. If the love is there, you're going to make sure as much as possible you're preserved. And then the talent and the timing to complete this skill set. It's not for everybody. Don't try this at home. Parental discretion, be aware, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. 80 years old. Always start with the up rock. Always the up rock. Good Lord, sweetness. What the hell? He did the hand. He did the air joint. The air windmill. Air windmill. Air windmill. He's not to be played with. He's not to be played with. This is high level, man. No hand. Boom. Relax, man. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. I get happy when I see stuff like that. I really do. I really get happy when I see stuff like that. Clap it up. You know, people will talk about you. People will do their best to ridicule you, take you off your game, try to impose their will onto yours. But at the end of the day, you have your expression that is very important to the rest of the world and society, and also, most importantly, to yourself. This is how you get out of that madness. Instead of just reading the good book, write your own book. Instead of just seeing a movie, do clips and scenes of yourself. I'm sure many people can relate. There's 8 billion plus people on this planet. I'm sure more can relate. I hope I was able to give you a little bit of inspiration, a little bit of motivation. Definitely go into the archives, maybe going into your own storage, your own books, your own clothing and stuff like that, and say, yo, I still love this. I'm still connected and focused. That my personality is intact. I may work every day. I may do this, that, and the third, but I'm going to come back to this, which I love. Nurture it and keep it on the block. One.